Hello, once again. Nice to see you. Evangelist just here. And thank you so much for stopping by on my channel today. And I am supposed to be smiling, isn't it? When you're opening up a broadcast or a program, you're supposed to be smiling. And I just don't feel like smiling today. I honestly do not feel like smiling today. Not with the gruesome, brutal, primitive murder of an innocent Deborah Samuel. Deborah Samuel was stoned to death by northern youths. She was stoned to death by youths who believe in something different from what she believes in. Just because they don't belong to the same religion, you stone somebody to death and then you burn the person. Deborah did not commit blasphemy. She did not commit blasphemy. So let's not keep saying, oh, she was killed. She was stoned to death. She was brutally butchered. She was set ablaze because she committed blasphemy. Deborah didn't commit blasphemy. Blasphemy happens when you insult the leader of a particular religion, or when you hold a particular religion in contempt and you express it, when you lack reverence or respect for a religious leader, a deity, a sacred person, or a sacred thing. Deborah did not express disrespect for any religion or anything. Deborah only said, she said, look, my classmates, this WhatsApp page, this WhatsApp platform was created so that we can reverse our course for exam. When an exam is coming up, students do they go through past questions to prepare, because somehow 80 or 90% of the time, past questions used in past years keep coming back in the exam. And that's what a wise student does. You go through past questions, you reverse past questions, just as you're studying for your exam. Deborah got frustrated with the fact that the WhatsApp group they created for them to reverse questions for their exam was now being used to propagate religion. And she said, look, before we start a religious war on this platform that is just for our studies, she must have thought that to herself. He said, look, let's not lose focus of why we created this WhatsApp platform. That's all she said. They started threatening her. She said, Holy Ghost fire, anybody that is threatening me, nothing will happen to me, and all that. How is that blasphemy? How is that blasphemy? Somebody advising, let's focus on our studies for now. Let's focus on our revision. Let's focus on past questions so that we can pass our exams. She didn't realize that most of the people on her platform were not interested in passing exams. Most of the people on that WhatsApp platform were just out to use every opportunity to instill fear, to create fear in people, to violently take over things, take over any argument. I have been saying this in my social media platforms. That's why I try as much as possible not to have so many friends on my platforms, or too many people that I allow on my platform. I avoid that because I've realized that Nigerians, once they lose the argument, once they see that you have a superior argument in anything, they resort to abuse and then threats. They start abusing you, start calling you names. If you're a woman, of course, you know what they call them. And then if you're a man, they start threatening you. That's what Nigerians do. So I avoid having a lot of them on my platform because they don't want to. They've suspended the use of their brain. Yes, they have suspended the use of their brain. If anybody related to them, anybody that is of their religion, is involved in corruption, in killings, in murder, whatever, they just can't stand you raising it up as an issue. They can't stand you saying this is wrong. They can't stand it. Nigerians can't stand it. They come at you. They come at you. Look at an innocent girl that was saying a pastor took advantage of me. A pastor did this to me, did that to me. And rather than Nigerians, look, Why would a man in a position, in a sacred position, do this to this young lady? You know what all of them are doing? They are calling the girl names. Oh, you're a demon from hell. Oh, you're a Jezebel. Oh, you were sent to destroy the man of God. They've not asked themselves, wait a minute. Did the man of God actually do this? A man that is supposed to win souls, to convert the prostitutes, to change the lives, evil lifestyle of young ladies, is the same person encouraging them and sleeping with them. And anybody that believes in this man's ministry, rather than question themselves, Apostle Paul said, he said, such things should not be mentioned amongst you. He was talking about sexual sins. He said, the kind of things I'm hearing you people are doing, the kind of rumors about your sexual escapades, it should not be mentioned amongst you. And this is why I expect of Christians to say, this kind of thing should not be associated with any man I'm sitting under his anointing and teaching. It shouldn't. Rather than question it, they are busy abusing the people who are saying, this man did this to me. He took advantage of me emotionally. He did this and did that because he's in a position, financial position. The money he gets from tithes and offerings, he's using it to subdue women, to manipulate, to take advantage of them and all that. They don't think. So I try to avoid that. I try to avoid having such people on my platforms. So today, what we are seeing happening in Nigeria is the fact that the northern leadership, the leadership from a certain religion, have realized that they can no longer sustain any moral, social, whatever logical argument to continue to rule Nigeria. They can't sustain it anymore. They know they have failed. They have brought the economy of Nigeria to the ground. Morally, Nigeria is covered in darkness. There's darkness over Nigeria. Even physically, Nigeria is covered with darkness. They can't provide electricity, yet they are charging people money for electricity. Do you hear what one man said on a video I watched? He said, I'm one of the Nigerians living in Libya. He said, yes, we're complaining that we're suffering because the Libyan people obviously don't want us here. They maltreat us when they have the opportunity. He said, but I have never paid for electricity since I moved to Libya over 5 years ago. He said, but we have electricity every day. Every day there's electricity. We have never paid for electricity. Nigerian leaders, they collect the money for electricity. They inflate the prices, but they never provide the power. They never provide the electricity. Isn't this robbery? This is sheer robbery. They should be in jail. You're collecting money for people for a service you know you are not able to provide. That's what they are doing. The country has been ruled for many years by these northern leaders who barely educated. They subjugate their educated ones. They are very educated, intelligent northerners. But these ones will never allow them to come close because these ones have used the military over the years to subjugate everybody. So they bring out is the worst of them all, who had passed through the military, who have military power, who can control how things are done in the military. They are the ones that keep subjugating the people who should be in power. They bring them down. They keep bringing them and they enthrone themselves through violence. They keep enthroning themselves. The only reason they are able to do what they are doing, kill the Deborah Samuels of this world and get away with it, is because they have control of the Nigerian military. That's all. That's all. And now the Nigerian military have been set up to protect terrorists, bandits, and killer herdsmen. That's what the military are now doing. Northern Nigeria is been taken over by terrorists. They collect taxes from the people, they run the affairs, they kill whoever they want, they rape the women as much as they want, they marry as many young girls and minors as they want. Nothing can happen to them because they are being protected with arms, and the military are also supplying them with the arms to keep subjugating the people and terrorizing everybody. That's what is going on now. So the soldiers that should be in northern Nigeria maintaining law and order have been dispatched to the southern Nigeria. They are all in southern Nigeria now. And you ask yourself, what are they doing in southern Nigeria? Oh, you think it's because the Biafrans want to leave? No. It's not because Biafrans are saying we want self-determination. That's not the reason. The reason they are there is to protect the killer herdsmen that have been sent. They've been shipped down to the south to take over the lands, to violently take over lands, to instill fear in the people, to silence whoever they think is an opposition, so that they can take over the whole of Nigeria and rule everybody with violence, with wickedness, and with subjugation, so that nobody will be able to raise a voice again. That's the main reason. So you see, in Akwa Ibom State, the herdsmen can send their cows into the farmlands to eat the farmlands of people. When they eat the farmland, the youths come and say, no, you shouldn't do this. Let them go and eat grasses in the forest. Why are they eating our farmlands, our maize, our rice, everything that we're supposed to harvest and eat? They are eating, your cows are eating them up. The youths came out and said no. The soldiers came immediately and started beating the youths. They inflicted so much wounds on these young people who are saying it is wrong for you to destroy our farmlands. When I lost complete hope about Nigeria was when those herdsmen killed 67 farmers in under 24 hours in Benue State. The governor of Benue State cried. He ran to Aso Rock. He ran to the government in power and said, come and stop. This is too much. They're going to kill all of us just because of land. The government said, which one is better? For you to just willingly give them your land or to die? Please go and live at peace with your neighbors. That was all the federal government could say. Because they know they have sent these herdsmen to just go grab as many lands, terrorize as many people, kill as many people that they raise their voice, so that we can take over this land and continue to rule and subjugate the people. And then our religion becomes the only religion that can ever be heard in the country. It's not because Deborah committed blasphemy. Those pregnant women that the herdsmen went to their farms and killed, they raped them first in southern Nigeria. They raped them, they killed them, and they cut open their womb and brought out the unborn. What did those women do in their farms? Tell me. Tell me what those women did by going to their farms, the ancestral lands of their fathers, to go and farm to feed themselves. Since these herdsmen started chasing people away from the farms, terrorizing and killing, instilling so much fear with the gory killing, since they started doing that, what has happened? There's food shortage in Nigeria. Benue State used to be known as the food basket of Nigeria. Benue State used to be food. They used to supply food to the whole nation. Now there's no food in the land. And the government closed down the borders so that nobody will be able to import food into the country. That was the first thing they did immediately. They came in the second leg of their administration. They nearly closed down the borders. They used the coronavirus and terrorism as excuse. But the borders that terrorists use from Niger Republic to enter Nigeria, they left that border open. And they brought in all these fighters to come and help them to terrorize everybody, instill fear in everybody in the name of their religion, and then they want to remain in power. They just want to perpetuate themselves in power. Forget about elections. Forget about election. There's nothing like we're going to have elections and all that. You will see what will happen with the elections. You will see what will happen with the election. The number of people they would have killed, the number of the extent of the violence they would have inflicted in the whole country, and then you will see what people would do. I saw the day a respected man of God, Kumuyi, went to Aso Rock. And he came out, they said to him, why is it that you've never criticized the evil, the killings going on with this government? Why? He said, no, it's wrong to criticize government, or nobody should say anything bad about government. He said it's a sin. They use that to terrorize and subjugate people the more. Why did he go to Aso Rock? Oh, he has just written a book. He's chasing clout. He was chasing clout. He wanted them to come and be part of the launching of his book. What is Kumuyi looking for? What does he stand to gain from the attendance of the government, of the president or vice president in his book launch, while people are being slaughtered in cold blood every day in Nigeria? Is that what should be his interest? Is that the evangelism he's supposed to do? Is it the soul he's winning and protecting by going to Aso Rock to speak good of them and ask them to come for his book launch? What is he going to achieve with the book launch when people are dying and being killed? Mordecai said to Esther, who knows whether you have been called to the kingdom of God for such a time as this? If Kumu has access to Asorok, why not use it to say, sir, the killings are too much. We are shedding innocent blood. It brings curses to a land. This nation, nothing good can come out of it if we continue shedding innocent blood. Isn't that what Kumu is supposed to go and tell leadership? Even if he cannot tell them, that is not what he should be speaking out about. Instead, he's saying nobody should say anything. Just stay quietly until they come and kill you. Just keep quiet. It is a sin until they come and kill you. Why didn't the Israelites cry out against, why did they cry out against Pharaoh? When Pharaoh was inflicting so much punishment on them, so much pain on them, what Pharaoh did to the Israelites, not even up to what the leadership of Nigeria is doing to non-Christians and Southerners. It's not up to that. They spoke up. They cried unto God. They said, this is wrong. They spoke out and said, what you're doing to us. They went to Pharaoh. They sent people to Pharaoh. Pharaoh, what your men are doing to us is wrong. They are no longer providing straws for us to work with. Yet they want us to make the same number of bricks that we make when they were supplying us with straws. This is unfair. They spoke out. No. Bishop Kumu, he says it's wrong for us to cry out against these killings. That's what he's saying. He's saying we should all keep quiet about the killings, about the bad leadership, the terrible leadership in Nigeria, the fact that terrorists have been allowed to rule northern Nigeria, to take over as many territories as they like, but soldiers have been sent to the east to supervise the killings of innocent Nigerians, the killings of farmers, and now there's famine in the land. There's no food in southern Nigeria again. People are literally starving to death. The prices of food have skyrocketed. That's what the government wanted to achieve. When you are hungry, you can't fight back. When you are starving, you can't fight back. The money that belongs to the populace is in the hands of just a few people. And those few people from the south know that the only way they can have access to the money is to be bowing daily to the northern oligarchy, be bowing to them. Whatever they say, yes, you say, yes, sir, yes, sir. If they ask you, go and kill your kinsmen, make sure you arrest Sunday Ogboho, make sure you kill the kinsmen of Nnamdi Kanu, as if they are the ones terrorizing Nigeria. As if they are the ones that have rendered northern Nigeria ungovernable. They like it that way. That's what they want, because from there, they have shipped down a lot of their foot soldiers to southern Nigeria. The killings are happening now in southern Nigeria. Before you know it, there'll be no difference between southern Nigeria and northern Nigeria. That is what they want to achieve. Oh yes, that's what they want to achieve. The governors don't have power over law enforcement. You can say, oh, why is this governor helpless? Why is this governor unable to do anything? They don't have power over law enforcement. The Inspector General of Police, the man that gives the police the orders, is one of them. He's one of them. He's the one that he's the one that supports whatever they are doing. Just go and instill fear in Southerners and make sure that we subjugate them totally. They dare not raise a voice anymore. Oh yes. Look at what happened in Enugu. The herdsmen took over people's farmlands. And the people said, this is the only thing we use to survive. Government does not do anything for us. We are farmers. That's how we feed ourselves. That's how we feed our children. Please, why are you sending your cows to destroy our farmlands? That's what they were sent to do. And the herdsmen say, how dare you? 2 a.m. in the night, they slaughtered the whole village. They killed and killed and killed. And they didn't just kill. They took away all the corpses. All the people they took away most of them. So the few people that survived, the few people that ran out, that were not asleep by 2 a.m., who keeps awake at 2 a.m.? Just very few. They escaped. Eventually, when everything died and they went to the people and said, please, give us the corpses of the people you killed. Let's bury our dead. Do you know what the herdsmen said to them? He said, we're not giving you any crops until you sign away all these lands to us. You must sign away all these lands to us before we give you the corpses. Oh, yes. The police cannot do anything. The IG of police is one of them. The military cannot do anything. The soldiers cannot do anything to them because the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria is the one in power. Is their boss that sent them. He's the one that said, go and do this for me. Make sure you subjugate these people so that we take over the whole nation, not just northern Nigeria. We take over southern Nigeria. Nothing. Have you ever heard any herdsmen paraded and said these are people that killed? Even when they're paraded, immediately they're released the next day. Oh yes, they quickly go and say, how dare you arrest them? They release them the next day. So they are doing their job. They're doing their job. When I was a young girl growing up, we used to see herdsmen with their cows pass through our villages. They never entered anybody's farm. They never harmed anybody. We all lived, in peace. Nobody killed anybody because of cows. But the leadership in Nigeria right now and the leadership coming up know that they've lost the plot, they lost every argument to retain power. So they want to use all these herdsmen, use all these bandits, use all these uneducated, hungry men to inflict terror on innocent Nigerians just so that they can hold on to power. They want to hold on to power. Anywhere they send their soldiers, all the parts of southern Nigeria where they have sent their soldiers, that's where all the killings are happening. Students of Abia State University can no longer travel on that road. Soldiers have mounted checkpoints on that road between on the road between Imo State and Abia State. The road leading to the schools, you see checkpoints. Soldiers are on the checkpoints, have checkpoints there. All they are doing is extorting money from southerners, extorting money from innocent people. They can't do it in northern Nigeria, extorting money. They dare not do it. But what they are sent to do is inflict fear and terror. They are holding gun in one hand. They're extorting money from all the motorists, extorting money. On that same road, herdsmen operate every day, kidnapping students. When they kidnap, they ask for millions. Before we release them, give us millions. The government of Nigeria is supervising all this. Rather than pastors say, no, enough is enough. Hold one press conference on a daily basis to tell the world what is going on in Nigeria. No, pastors are busy in the churches collecting tithes and offerings from the poor, from the hungry. They are collecting tithes and offerings from them. They have so many millions and they know they have nothing to lose. No, they've made enough money to take care of themselves and their generation, so they don't care. They keep asking them, bring tithe and offering. If you don't bring, you won't go to heaven. You will go to hell. Bring tithe and offerings. And they keep collecting money. So they are comfortable. They are not hungry. They don't have nothing to lose as far as they are concerned until the killings come to their doorsteps. Until it comes. Did you hear Nigerian pastor saying the other time, oh, pack your baggage, pack and run. Run out of this country. The killers are coming. Because he knows that he can pack all the money he has and run to America and he can still minister to his people through Zoom and say, everybody join me through Zoom. If you don't join me through Zoom, remember you will go to hellfire. Me and my family, we are the ones holding the key to heaven. We will not open it to you. That's what they are saying. And a lot of people in Nigeria are not educated. Even those that are educated, hunger and starvation has suppressed them and suppressed their brain. They can't even reason logically anymore. So they believe all the lies and all the rubbish and manipulations that these men, this God of men, whose God is their belly, all the things they are spewing out to them, they believe it. They can't question them. Say, they anointed men, this and that. It's by their fruits. You know them. You know that all day is about Mormon worship. You know that it's prosperity teachings that leaves the masses poor and the pastors rich. Since he came into Nigeria and became the norm, that's when the moral compass of Nigeria disappeared. That's when it disappeared. So the northern leaders who are using religion to cause terror, to cause chaos so that they can remain in power, they know that our own religious leaders are just after money. They are not after the right or wrong. No. How can you be a pastor? The Bible talks about justice for the oppressed, justice for the poor, justice for the widow, justice for the orphan. How can you be a pastor and you're still ignoring all these things? And you're telling me don't say anything against government. It's a sin. Who told you it's a sin? Who says it's a sin? In your own Bible. As if you're the one holding the key to heaven. You are not the one holding the key to heaven. Deborah Samuel, let me say it once again, was not killed because of blasphemy. She was killed because the northern leaders want to retain power. And they know the only way they can retain power is by causing chaos, fear, releasing so much violence and gruesome murder in the society. That's the only way they can cage people. And people will say, okay, you can continue ruling, sir. Or you continue ruling. A presidential candidate tweeted that the killing of Deborah Samuel was wrong. The northern madman told him, for writing this, we won't vote for you. What did he do? He deleted the tweet. So he thinks that because I want votes, it's good that they kill Deborah Samuel. They can go ahead and kill so many people as much as they want. As long as they give me their vote. That's what he has come to. As long as you give me your vote, go ahead and kill as many Christians and as many Southerners as you like. I won't say a word anymore. There's nothing wrong with it anymore. That's the level I've come to. And educated Nigerians like me, enlightened Nigerians like me, will be abusing one another on social media, calling one another names, unprintable names, because they support this kind of evil leaders. Because they support this kind of evil leaders. I noted something the other time, and I just want to round up with it. I noted something. It's in Psalm 11 verse 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest of men are exalted. When vile men are exalted, when vile men are kept in leadership positions, he said the wicked will be walking on every side. People will be doing all manner of evil, killing, maiming, raping women, enslaving women, putting them in sexual slavery because the vilest of men have been enthroned in leadership. What does it mean to be vile? To be morally bankrupt, to be nasty, to be a very terrible person. Those are the kind of people we have elevated into leadership positions in Nigeria. And those are the kind of people that we keep elevating into leadership position in Nigeria. So the wicked are walking on every side. The vilest of men have been enthroned in leadership positions in Nigeria. Either even in the church, it's been the vilest of men. And that's why there's so much wickedness on every side. With churches, a country where just one state in the country has more churches than the whole of Europe. Yet there's so much iniquity going on. So much iniquity. Young men are asking young women to sleep with dogs for money. Young men are eating feces to make money. Yahoo, they eat feces of human beings. Native doctors tell them that's the way to make money. Body parts are being sold publicly in Nigeria. Do you want breast? The breast of those that have not suckled breast. Those are the ones that make more money. They are slaughtering and killing young girls, richer mothers every day in Nigeria. And the pastors, ministers of God who should speak out, who should be having daily word press conference, those of them that have a voice, daily word press conference to say enough, enough, enough. This is bad. They are criminally silent over all these iniquities going on. All they care about is preaching money, 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 money. Nobody is going to heaven with money. The Antichrist will soon be here. Oh, they deceive themselves and say that a rapture will happen before the Antichrist comes. No. Rapture will not happen. The Bible says that after the tribulation of those days, go and read Matthew 24 and go and read 2 Corinthians chapter 2. It says that day will not happen until the son of perdition is unveiled in the scene. Son of perdition is the Antichrist. So you will not be able to have access to that your money very soon, except you have the mark of the beast, 666. And of course, I know a lot of these people that call themselves pastors, they will have it. They will only say, give me, please, I need my money. I need to fly my jet. You mean I can't fly my jet without having the 666? That's fine. Just give it to me. Jesus will remove it. I will pray. I will faith it out. That's the lie they will tell themselves. Because they are into mammon worship. Their God is their money. The kind of wickedness that the government state is unleashing. The Nigerian state is unleashing on citizens just because they want to remain in power, starving people to death, holding on to people's salaries and pensions just because they want to hold on to power. It's beyond comprehension. It's beyond, I just cannot wrap my head around it. Deborah was not killed because of blasphemy. She was killed. Just the same reason that people are being slaughtered every day in Nigeria. People are being killed and the soldiers are protecting the killers. The policemen are protecting the killers because that's what the government has instructed them to do. They want the chaos. They want violence. They want to instill fear. They want to subjugate people because they want to remain in power. I leave everything to God. I leave it to God. I dare not set my foot in Nigeria. I know that. But at least I can speak up. Because the people living in Nigeria, people like me, who are not in power, they can't even speak up. If you speak up, you get killed. If you speak up, they kill your relations. Look at what they're doing to Omoyole Sowore. They killed his brother. They restricted him to Abuja for years so that they know he's the breadwinner of his family, so that the family can starve to death. Who does that? Who does that? And people are defending. There are people, do you know there are people defending this government? There are people speaking for this, the wicked government in Nigeria, the murderous regime in Nigeria. There are people speaking up for them and defending them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching.